Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. In these last several days there's certainly been some concern from pro players, especially Priestahh, about the rise of Warzone within the CDL franchise as it stands right now. What impact could this potentially have on the CDL? Could it be a positive thing? Will it be a negative thing? Will it prove to be over time? Certainly some concern from a number of different angles. Enjoy your thoughts in the comment section below. Like if you guys enjoy the video, subscribe if you are new as always. I greatly appreciate it. I really upset the channel. Thank you very much indeed for doing that. This clip is a pretty legendary one now. Well, way back in the World War II days. From Zuma when he goes to shoot Blast's body after he turns on him and accidentally kills aBeZy, and then, well, destroys him. Pretty sure, I don't know, he kills at the end, but pretty phenomenal stuff. I think it was Formal actually killed at the end. Then gets another kill as well, so this is a pretty legendary clip from back in the day. But of course, this is when Warzone was no longer, well, was not even a thing, right? So it was before Warzone really came on the scene, before really Battle Royales in general started to become a thing in, well, at least, well, in general gaming, to be honest. And now, of course, in Call of Duty to great effect. Now, of course, like, these last several years, it's completely taken over, right? The whole Warzone side of things. We'll have a look at that in a second. I did think this was kind of funny as well, right? Because on this same idea, this same topic really, the fact that the CDL doesn't get maybe so much attention, this is a kind of funny clip that came up from Scump and the OpTic guys right here, where he's, well, trying to load in to a CDL hardpoint in league play, and there's a couple of guys on his team that have no idea what the CDL is, right? And he's kind of saying, oh, we've got to get out of here before we actually get into a game with these guys, and well, maybe they're not going to be the best players in the world. At the same time, this is kind of cool, right? You've got guys coming in here that, I mean, I guess they've just stumbled across league play or something, and they're asking, like, okay, what is the COD League? And, you know, what is the CDL? What is this, like, CDL hardpoint thing that they see up at the top? And the other guy has really no idea. He's asking, like, I mean, I think we need to get more points than them or something. I think it's first to 300 or something in hardpoint. So there's players that really have no particular idea what's happening. I guess I'll play this at the end of this end of the video for you guys on the full screen and all that type of good stuff. But still, kind of indicates that there's a lot of people still that stumble across this by accident. And if there was maybe more of an incentive, right, in league play, for example, for people actually to play it on a more regular basis, then maybe that would happen. I guess these guys have just stumbled across it, have no idea what the CDL is, and people saying, okay, like, you know, who are these kids that they should be trained up before they can come to league play or whatever. But it's good in a way, right? Like, it shows that there are people that have no idea that are getting involved in competitive, which is obviously what we want to see. At the same time, a lot of these people that maybe would be getting involved are probably getting swallowed up by the Warzone side. So there is, and especially because Warzone has a lot more incentives, I guess, to play, and it's not like league play really offers too much, right? If you're actually going to play it, there's not too many rewards, which you really get in other games. That's the problem. Like, all the other good competitive esports, you have like a great ranked play system, which actually incentivizes you to play and get better over time. That's not what we have. It's of course been a frustration for a lot of people. I'm sure especially Scump right here, he's always talked about the value and the importance of league play, and whether we'll get that this year with World War II Vanguard, of course, does remain to be seen. But this is some of the Warzone discussions. So we talked about it yesterday, the fact that, okay, could Activision potentially do some Warzone LAN events? Now, this would be, look, first of all, Warzone has been massive for Call of Duty. It's really come back into like the forefront, I suppose, of culture, like gaming culture, in a great degree, and not only just outside of gaming as well. Like, everyone seems to be playing Warzone. Now, this has increased the profile of Call of Duty to the point where the cross-pollination between the CDL and Warzone could potentially happen. All the Warzone stuff seems to happen on Twitch, like everyone's streaming it all the time. The YouTube stuff, or the CDL stuff, is all on YouTube. We did hope, honestly, that after this season, maybe the YouTube deal will be up. Maybe they'll still stream it on YouTube, but if they can, I'd love to see some like co-streams and such go on Twitch. If you could get Nick Merckx streaming some of the FaZe games, like when FaZe play OpTic or something, get Nick Merckx to be co-streaming it, that would be absolutely massive for Call of Duty. That would bring in so many new fans and be such a like an easy victory, to be honest. That'd be massive for the COD scene. I think that's something which is possible. I think that Warzone and the fact that like all the top creators, that's the game they're playing right now, opens a huge door. At the same time, there's only one company that works on both of these things, right? There's only one publisher, and then there's Activision. They of course own the CDL, but they also deal with all the Warzone stuff. So they have to figure out, and they're bringing on so many new studios right now to help on the Warzone side. They've got to figure out where they put their eggs, I suppose. Do they put all their eggs in one basket? Do they separate them across the two? Or how exactly do they coordinate their resources in a sense? Because this is some of the discussion right here from some of the Warzone guys. Like, I wish they'd give us some Warzone lands, and if they were to do that, that might take some resources away from what is being given to the CDL. And I think some of the players are kind of concerned. They're like, look, hang on a second here. I could probably go to Warzone and dominate it and actually make a load of money doing it, but I want to play competitive Call of Duty multiplayer because that's what I've done my entire life, and that's what I particularly enjoy. Maybe don't necessarily enjoy Warzone as much as they enjoy regular competitive, multiplayer type gameplay. But Warzone has certainly been taking over from it. You can see right here, this is as TacticalRab Academy points out, this is pretty remarkable. There's 91,000 votes, and maybe skewed to some degree by Nick Merckx's audience being generally interested in Warzone. But as you can see, 72% of the people who voted in this preferred Call of Duty Warzone than they did regular multiplayer, and Zombies way down there as well, which would have been way different, I'm sure, a few years ago. And like regular multiplayer now, for a few few reasons, right? Maybe skill-based matchmaking, maybe for other reasons, just got stale over time, not quite as enjoyable to play. I love playing regular public matches back in our Black Ops 3. The last couple of years hasn't really been the case at all, and I pretty much just play League play exclusively at this point. So for a few reasons, I suppose, Warzone has completely taken over dominance right now in terms of what people are interested in competitive Call of Duty. And well, of course, a few days ago, the World Series of Warzone comes in. Scump, Formula Karma are playing it to have a good success in this $300,000 event. This is where the resources tend to go at this point. A lot of the pro players are also enjoying it to a great degree. Now, of course, this could bring some players over to the CDL, but at the same time, if it takes resources away, that's kind of what Clayster is concerned about right here, as I'll share the clips on screen from Zuma's stream just the other day, when there's, well, plenty of discussion about, okay, yeah, Clayster's thinking, look, if this continues as it is, with the viewership as it is and the interest as it is, how long could the CDL even last?
I mean, it looks like, you know, Warzone's taking the over, so.
Yeah, I mean, you think it's gonna kill COD?
Oh, it'll kill multiplayer, but f it, bro. That's what I'm saying, Sim. We get ahead of it. After chances here, bro, we just go. We become a trio with Tom, run it up, then when the exodus happens in a fucking year or two, we're already good, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, bro, I knew Aiden. Dude, I knew Aiden back in Fortnite wagers on PS4. His name was Problem, and we used to just play wagers against each other, like on the Finder the
His
entire
name
time.
was Problem.
His gamer tag was Problem, and then he switched it to Aiden. And dude, that guy's been grinding kill races since the beginning of Fortnite, which was like World War II, like beginning of World War II. So like, yeah, someone just said 10K people are watching Cold War, and 171 people are watching.
Hey, Clay, watch that shot,
1,000 people are watching Warzone.
I mean, I mean, it's already taken over COD. It has for the last year, you know. But I'm saying in terms of like the CDL, like how, like when Warzone is so popular and so big, how does this function in the CDL landscape, you know?
100%, bro.
Like,
Dude,
why
it's gonna be a
like,
big problem, dude.
Like,
Especially
bro,
they announced Warzone on Twitch too. Like, it's gonna be lit.
I know,
bro. And like, think about World Series of Warzone, right? Like, done by Esports Engine. You know, probably like to get everything ready to go and have that all with Twitch Rivals and everything. Like, that's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of manpower that Activision paid for to do World Series of Warzone, right? It's like, if Warzone wasn't a thing, that would be going towards multiplayer. And I'm not saying none is going towards multiplayer, because now it's a lot different.
Holy
it's a
shit,
franchise league. But it's like, you know, the opportunities are going to become less for multiplayer and more for Warzone, other than the CDL. And it's like, how long can the CDL actually survive at numbers this despairing,
let's get a
you know, like
let's
this
get a
big of a gap?
I mean, my only contest to that is
train going
VOD
to
numbers are actually excellent for the CDL. AMA numbers are actually pretty good. Yeah, but traditionally, if put on my Adam episode hack for a second,
you're just better.
Traditionally, viewership always changes at this point in the year after school. Like it's been like that in years when we haven't had Warzone, for example. It's just because, you know, you get to the doldrums of the season, people expect certain results. You know, I think maybe if OpTic was a little more consistent, we'd probably get a little bit more viewership, but that's okay. They'll come back for champs. When there's an apex moment of the season, they'll be back. And I think to the other point too, it's like when we actually get back to having LAN events and teams can activate and market, they can have these giant celebrations of all things Call of Duty. You said it yourself.
So as you can see, the results here from this tournament, World Series of Warzone, Aiden, Husters and Rated. So of course a Rated former professional player went over there and has done phenomenal things on the Warzone side. So certainly can be done from pro players, and as Clay is kind of saying, like, what if the mass exodus, as he described it, happens from competitive Call of Duty in terms of multiplayer to the Warzone side in a few years' time? Do you want to be well positioned as a pro player to pivot in that direction? And maybe that's something that you have to consider. Maybe that's something I have to consider as a channel as well, whether I don't really know like what the future holds. Warzone, of course, has become a pretty big part of competitive Call of Duty the last few years. We saw this, right, when the World Championships was won by the Dallas Empire guys, and they got all their banners put up behind the stadium, which is pretty incredible. It's kind of funny how this team had split up at this point, but they were still doing it. But this is really cool, right? They have the banners up there on the stadium. This is like the small thing that makes a great difference. But yeah, it is a concern to me. There's one studio, well, not necessarily studio, but there's one publishing team dealing with the entire thing, the CDL side and the Warzone side, and of course the attention is going to go where they make the most money, but also where the interest is and where the fan interest is. I think that they could do a much better job bringing these two sides of things together, and I don't really want our pro players to think that, okay, hang on a second, if I go to Warzone and start playing over there, there that might be better for me. It's probably not something we want for a franchise league at this point. So the CDL, I think, have to consider exactly how the future looks from both perspectives. This, of course, was kind of funny because Warzone was kind of a relatively big part of the CDL last season. They would do these, rule the day, I suppose, as they're calling it right here, when they would play Warzone, and it was actually Rambo that ended up taking the victory with the birthday right here when he ran over a couple of people and got the job done. Pretty remarkable stuff. So that's kind of what went down last time. And they certainly did some integration between the two of them, but maybe not too much integration the other way around. And just to finish off that clip, I suppose, from Scump, just to finish up the video once again with this in the game chat right now. But intrigued to hear your perspective down below. Are you concerned, as Clayster is, about the future of the CDL with the rise of Warzone? Is it just how things go? Will Warzone die out and fade away? Because other games and other battle royales and other game modes, I suppose, have faded away. And to be honest, I thought that after Fortnite kind of died down a little bit, of course, I suppose it hasn't died down at all with kids and stuff, but at least with when it was its golden days from my perspective, season 2, season 3, maybe into season 4, right at the start of Fortnite, that was a great time. After that faded away and we were kind of thinking, okay, what's the next battle royale to come on the scene? Of course, Blackout was a thing for Call of Duty back in Black Ops 4, then it was now it's of course the Warzone side, right, from Modern Warfare and onwards, and it doesn't really seem to be going anywhere. So it doesn't seem like this game mode is a fad or anything, like battle royale is just here, today, gone tomorrow. Seems like it's here for the long haul, but will it get overhauled by some other game that comes out with a better battle royale? That is something to consider. It's so volatile, to be honest, this space, and I think that competitive Call of Duty in general, I think that most games that last the test of time have a competitive focus. I think that's what Activision need to consider on not only the Warzone but also the multiplayer side if they want Call of Duty to last into the horizon on whatever format that exactly lands on. I suppose we'll do our best to enjoy. But intrigued to take your thoughts down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. Really helps out the YouTube algorithm. I know you enjoyed this content. Other people like you may enjoy this content as well, and I've grown the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you much, as always. Take care, and I will see you next time.
Nah, but
What is CDL?
are you gonna lag us out?
Oh, it's
back
just
out. Give me game
COD
session not available.
League, something like that. It's they changed it around a little bit. You have to get more points or whatever. They're hard. Oh, it's hard point. Yeah, you're gonna have to get more points. It's
Oh no! Good thing you lagged out, dude. These
Or
guys are
250.
noobs.
What, it's a bot lobby?
Dude, one of them just
That's
asked what's
150's
CDL,
normal.
Oh, Jesus.
and this guy's like, you just have to get more points.
Not 150 is normal.
Get us out of there.
Yeah, get us out of this fast.
How do you even find League Play? Think it just looks cool? League Play. Let's play League Play.
I'm not rotating for these guys, bro.